Let's go to you on this, Stefan. So someone coming at it completely new. What does this look like?
Coming from recruitment, GDPR has always been there. And then I wanted to start this AI automation agency. And then I read about the EU AI Act. And then I'm like, oh, can I even do this? Very often, you have to find a way to make it work. Germany tends to want to regulate things a bit heavier than most. And I think there's a good basis for that, but it shouldn't scare us because we need to reinvent how we do work, how we do recruitment. One of the specific details that I found good and relevant is having basically what in AI you call the human in the loop, right? You can't have AI make the decision based on an AI screens a resume and then it decides based on that, hey, we're going to move forward, we're going to not move forward. And that's where the EU AI Act is important. How would I ever use it in recruitment then? But there's so many things where we can innovate and we can reinvent what we do as recruiters that we shouldn't be scared and rather work with it. And I also think, like Martin, based on what you said, in 6 to 9 and maybe 12 or 18 months, that thing might look entirely different.
Scoring sort of candidates who've been interviewed. I want AI to do that. That good or bad? What's your take?
Bad. It's called the unacceptable risk, right? And you don't want to have a social scoring AI. So it's classifying people based on behavior, socioeconomic status, or personal characteristics. So one tool, you can upload a CV and then you can ask the tool questions about this CV, right? It's pretty much, we have done this before. When even if it's just pressing Control F and then finding certain buzzwords that you're looking for. But attaching a score, you're a good or you are a bad human, that is something that we're not allowed to do. On the other hand, the question is always, as you said, Martin, are we not doing this for years manually? The ATSs have been doing that. So where do you draw the line here? And frankly, as recruiters, we need it. When you get a couple hundred CVs on a position, how else are you going to do it? And there's so many other amazing things that we can automate and use AI in the daily business. But this would be one of the things where I'm like, okay, I get the social scoring. On the other hand, it's already here for recruiters.
You have to make people aware that they're talking to an AI system. That's just good practice and now regulation. But I'm interested in where you think the legislation is going to kick in there.
I think the social scoring, that will be it, because then you can't justify why AI gives that score, or you can't really explain it, or maybe AI creates an explanation and that's going to hold up in court.
I'm not 100% certain what social scoring is based on the definition in the EU AI Act.
What I made of it, let's say, classifying people based on behavior, right? So you display a certain behavior in an interview, and we all had these candidates where we were thinking like, oh my goodness, that was really difficult. So if I make a judgment based on that, I would say, hey, this might not be the right cultural fit. And if AI makes that, it is still holds true, but it's nonetheless a computer making that decision.